Hello, stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey, and it's Monday, time for a Facebook Live. Now give me a second to make sure the camera's working. I think it is. So, if you are watching, please leave me a message, a comment, or a thumbs up so I'll know that you're watching. Or if you're watching the replay, just put that in the comments also. Today we're going to look at this kind of funny, snarky stamp set. It's called Not 29 Anymore. And I just thought, I thought the sentiments were kind of great. So many candles, free cake. I don't know about you, but I feel like you're not 29 anymore. It's all fun and games until your metabolism slows down. Let's get this party started. Here's to another year of questionable decisions. So they're a little bit snarky, but that's okay. I kind of like that once in a while. So we're going to use the So Many Candles, and I don't know about you, to make a fun little birthday card. We're going to pair it with this cupcake from the Arch to Wishes. In case you haven't noticed, I love the arches, the everyday arches, and the dies that we used for the everyday arches. So we're going to use them again. Let's make sure I've got, after I said that, I think I cut out the arches, but I don't know that. Yeah, here they are. Needed that one. We're going to pair it with Floral Charm DSP. This paper is really pretty, but this card can be made with any designer series paper you like. So you could switch it up depending on if you wanted. Oh, you could even, I don't know. I love this one. It's kind of fallish, isn't it? Pretty little lavender flowers. Pretty color on the back. This is a little more fallish. Pumpkin, maybe Night of Navy or Misty Moonlight. And pink roses. Let's see what's on the back. Misty Moonlight, I believe. And I don't know what flower that is, but it's pretty. It's a pink and purple. Looks like Blackberry Bliss on the back. So I like all of these DSPs, but today we're going to use this one. It's got this, oh, I guess peach pie. I wasn't sure if this was Berry Burst or Petunia Pop. Let's see what the package says. I think that, yeah, here it is. It says Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, and Timid Tiger. I would have thought that that was Peach Pie, but I guess it's Timid Tiger. But I bet if you put it next to a piece of peach pie, it would look fine. So we're going to do a half fold card. So let's go ahead and do our image. So we're going to put this cupcake on here. So we need to stamp a cupcake. And we are going to stamp that with Memento Black so that we can color with blends. Well, hi Rosalind, it's good to see you today. Thanks for popping in. ink this up real good. We want some crisp lines. We're going to use the So Many Candles sentiment, so we need 4 more candles. So I'm just going to stamp them on some scrap paper. I don't need to do the entire cupcake. This does involve a little bit of cutting, but they're not too hard to do. See that little shadow there? That's what happens when you push too hard. So just make sure you don't do that. Let me get another piece of scrap for my 4th candle. All right. So we're going to do a little coloring now. I actually am using the Petunia Pop blends because I think they look, they're prettier. The Berry Burst blends were a little dark, but they look really nice with the berry paper, so I can't complain. We'll go ahead and do our candles. Just give them a little every other swirl. It looks kind of like a straw, doesn't it? Makes it easy to color. Whoops, that one got colored different. That's okay. Quality control. See if anybody notices that one of the candles is defective. It's not really. This little swirly icing on the cupcakes actually not very hard to color, so that's nice. We'll switch to the bigger brush. Hi Vicki, thank you. That paper is really pretty, isn't it? We'll just, oh, I bet we need to probably put some Wink of Stella on our icing too. Make it look like sugar. If you get a cupcake with this bright pink, I bet your tongue will turn pink. Pinker. We'll call it raspberry icing. So that was pretty quick to color, wasn't it? Had a little shading here. And we'll do our cupcake liner. And I picked to do soft seafoam just to pick up a little of the green, but not have it be a dark, dark green. I think we'll probably probably just use the light. I thought about crumb cake for, you know, just a brown cupcake holder, but then I thought that doesn't sound very nice. You know, most cupcake holders probably have designs on them these days. I haven't made a cupcake in a long time. Don't have to worry about staying in the lines too bad because we're going to cut this out. I don't want it to look messy. Now, normally I would just stamp this directly on the arched cutout piece, but since we have to add those extra candles, we have to fussy cut it. It's a nice large image, won't be too hard to cut out. It's got good bold lines too. I know some people don't like any white showing. Doesn't bother me too much, so as long as it's not too fat, I can have a little white. Don't forget, when you're fussy cutting, you move your paper, not your scissors. You'll get a smoother, less choppy cut. This little candle wick is a stinker. That came out pretty cool, didn't it? Let's put a little sparkles on our cupcake before we forget. Just flick some Wink of Stella on there. Can't see how much I'm getting. I think that's probably enough. Yep, it's pretty sparkly. Now we need our extra candles. These are much easier since there's really not hard to do the straight edges. Don't have to worry about any of this down at the bottom. I could have pre-cut these for you, but maybe it doesn't take too long. do all of these and then do the tips at one time. It's a good thing we don't have to do 100 candles for somebody's birthday. All right. Okay, one more to go. Let's see where it is in this pile. There we go. Now, of course, you could put a whole bunch more since our sentiment says so many candles, but I don't want it to look too crazy. There we go. Get all this trash out of the way. Now we're going to put our candles around, on our cupcake. And to do this, we're going to put them on. We're going to put a little piece of, just a strip of our Stampin' Seal, so we have something to hold the candles in place. And then we're going to just use some Scotch tape to hold them more secure. Now we got a lot of candles on our cupcake. That one does not want to stick, does it? Probably isn't much tear and tape there, or Stampin' Seal. But now we'll just put some Scotch tape. Move that if we have to. There's a little piece showing there. We'll just snip that off. Now our cupcake's ready. And we're going to put it on our arch die cut. We want to put it right about there. And then we have this little stamp that goes with this of, I guess, the sparkles from the candles. We need to know where to put those sparkles. So we're just going to draw a little pencil dot. This doesn't have to be exact because it's just to give it the illusion of your candles. Sparkling. And this is Lemon Lolly, my favorite yellow. And we'll just put our little sparkle there, and now we can erase our pencil mark. Make sure it's good and dry. Gosh, should we put a little bit of sparkle here too? Of course. Just a little. And now we'll put this on with dimensionals. I meant to get a new sheet of dimensionals. We'll just use these edge pieces and it'll be fine. Got this little scrap here. We'll put that one there. I use a lot of dimensionals. Always some in my shopping cart. Now we just kind of figure out where our little sparkles are. And that's where we'll put our cupcake. Now that looks, oops, a little crooked. There we go. Now see, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's cute. You can see them back there. Now I said our card was going to be like a half card. So this is what we have. This is 7.5 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 3 3/4. And so our arch is going to come off of this section here. So it will line up, but we want to dress it up with our DSP. We've got a piece here that's 4 by 3 1/2. We'll just put that on there. Now, if you wanted more layers, you could add more layers, but I thought it was fine like this. I did forget to cut a piece of the berry burst to put under our cinnamon, but I will do that. Now the trick here, I am gonna go get some dimensionals. Give me a second. That's not too bad. So we're gonna put this on with dimensionals. We don't know where to put them, because we're gonna line this up. This is a very vanilla envelope. We want to make sure our arch does not go taller than will fit in the envelope. So that's where we'll put our dimensionals. We can put a little pencil mark there. So don't put dimensionals any higher than that. And it'll stick to everything. You know, this is not a hard card and it's not super fancy, but doing it this way is a little different than a traditional card. Gives it just some nice interest. I'll leave that there and we'll make sure we're still getting this in the right place. And then kind of center it. A little bit. There we go. Yep, no dimensionals showing. So now our card will, it's kind of cute, isn't it? Now we're going to use this, and this stuck. For the front, it says so many candles. And then this is just a scrap of 1/4 inch cardstock. You know, you get that when you cut your cardstock for other cards. So not to hold on to that and save it. Use it for all kinds of things. I have 3 of them here because if I get this crooked, I can stamp another one. That actually looks pretty good, doesn't it? All right, now this is what I forgot to do, a piece of Berry Burst. So we're going to cut that on our paper trim with our paper trimmer. And I want that 4 1/4, I think, by 1 3/4. Let's see if that's, yep, that'll give it a nice border. I think it just is going to help. The paper is so busy. I think having a little border on there will help this stand out rather than just sticking it right on the card. So we can put some scoring tape on there. Stamp and seal. I don't know why I'm struggling with that today. We'll line that up. And this will help us cut a straight edge. And of course we'll put this one on with some dimensionals also. I did not pick out any bling for this card. I actually think it's fine without any. We'll make that decision. I don't see any reason to get it any busier. We are going to put a little bow on here. I think this is petal pink ribbon. And we'll tie a little bow, just fancy it up a little bit. It doesn't need bling, but the bow, give it a little texture. I love flicking Wink of Stella, or you can use your blends and get colored splatters like the same way, Rosalind, but you kind of just have to be careful not to bruise the tip of your pen. Now we're going to put that right about there. If you ever have old pens, save those for flicking. This, you know, old ones that maybe the tip's a little frayed. It doesn't color quite as pretty as you would like. That looks good. Now, of course, we need something for the inside. Same size as the DSP, 4 by 3 3/4. We're going to stamp. I don't know about you, but I feel like you're not 29 anymore on the inside. Now, there's some people that might get their feelings hurt if you send this, but I hope not. It'd be good for 50, you know, and that way they say you're over the hill, or is it 40? I don't know. I've missed both of those. Not super straight, but it's, oh, look at that ink on my fingers. So let's do that again. I should make sure and check my fingers better. If I hadn't put tape on it, I could have turned it over. I tend to lay my pinky finger on the ink pad, so I have to be careful there. We're going to move that in case that's picking up any ink. This floral charm paper is so pretty. And of course we got a little strip we can put at the bottom because we always have leftover pieces. And we'll line that up. Our card is done. It's a nice cute little card, a little different than just a, you know, 5.5 by 4 1/4, and the arch gives it a little interest. So what do you think about you're not 29, not 29 anymore? I just think these sentiments are so cute, and there's so many different ways you can use sentiments on the front of your card. So I hope you'll consider that one. Share it with your friends. Okay, our family. I will see you next time. Thanks for popping in today.